Aquarius, I am Poetic Heretic, and this is your November 2017 Tarot Forecast. Do remember you can use these videos for your sun, rising, and moon signs. So, this month we are again doing the week-by-week forecast, one card for each week, the fourth card for also the rest of the month, and then a fifth card summing up the energy of the whole month. So, here we go. What does the universe have in store for Aquarius in November 2017? What will be the energy for all Aquarians in November 2017? Apparently the Seven of Wands wanted to be seen. Alright. Seven of Wands, a card of being above it all and standing your ground. So maybe that, I don't know, maybe that was just a coincidence, or maybe it happened for a reason. But I say in tarot, there is no coincidence and everything happens for a reason. Alright, here we go. The first week, the Three of Swords reversed. The second week, Temperance. The third week, the Ace of Swords. The fourth week, the Eight of Wands reversed. And the fifth card summing up the energy of the whole month, the Queen of Wands reversed. Okay, let's take a look here. Mostly positive energy, but some challenges as well that we will get to mostly later on. But let's look here. Starting off the first week, you have the Three of Swords reversed. This card is usually very good when reversed, very positive and hopeful, because it's talking about relief from a painful situation or just plain relief in general. It's talking about greater optimism, feeling better, things looking up, better communication, resolving conflicts, resolving pain, any kind of communication problems you've had with anyone, look for them to be resolved at this time. And let's see, can anything else be said about that? Perhaps even you know, this isn't like an official meaning that I think I've ever come across before, but from my knowledge of tarot, it would only make sense theoretically, just because of the way all the different, you know, the numbers and the suits, the elements, and everything work together. This card, when reversed, should theoretically be an indicator of things working well technologically as well. So I know that's a little obscure or whatever, but just saying, if you've been having any problems with any technology this first week, at least in my mind, in my opinion, this would be an indicator, perhaps also even of that improving. I mean, again, with it being a 3 and talking about communication, so much technology these days is technology that facilitates communication, and this is an improvement in communication, so I don't think it's that far-fetched. So that's what we're looking at for the first week, so that's very good. For the second week, you have Temperance, and interestingly enough, this is also a card of optimism, but here it's all about the expansiveness, the bigger, better, more, the growth, the prosperity. It's ruled by Jupiter, which is all about the bigger, better, more, and the growth and the prosperity, and just being joyful or jovial or whatever. Both Jupiter and this card are also talking about philosophy and beliefs, belief systems, and if we want to get more specific, we can say like metaphysics, theology, stuff like that. This is higher education and higher learning, So you're seeing a lot of that in the second week. Things essentially getting better and better and better. Let me see here. Some of these other potential meanings are going to be significant based on the context. Well, this could be a time of finding the meaning and purpose of perhaps some difficulties that you have had in the past. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anything before we move forward. So I'm thinking here, like this Queen of Wands reversed. When she's reversed, it's the energy of kind of backing down, not having courage and stuff like that. And so that contrasts significantly with the bigger, better, more, that is temperance. And so, well, when we sort of blend those together, this could be a more inner journey that you're going on, at least at this part of this month. The expansion could be happening within. This isn't so much the extroversion that the Queen of Wands upright talks about, but more of an introversion indicated here. I'm theorizing by the reversal. So we have that possibility. It's interesting because this card comes at a point in the procession of the major arcana where things have entered a whole new stage or realm. It's immediately following the death card, and it's kind of in like the dark side of the major arcana, although this is a very positive card. It's very unusual, this card is, and yet its placement is there for a reason. And so you might be coming to that kind of moment in this month of just having either come out of something that was difficult, or you're kind of in the midst of something that is difficult, but you're still focusing on the expansion, the optimism, the meaning and the philosophy, the spirituality, being connected spiritually. You know, again, the bigger, better, more. So that's what we're seeing here. Now, when we come to the third week and we see the Ace of Swords, here we have an indicator of a new beginning. And so, again, there's this possibility of just having come out of something and now beginning anew. But regardless of what form, like, all that stuff takes, the Ace of Swords is talking about seeing clearly, clear perception, not being fooled by illusions or things like that. This is a card of using logic, of being rational, seeing things as they are, using the left brain, using the power of thought. It's a very scientific card, a very technical card, and again, it kind of comes back into the technological aspect that I mentioned earlier as well. And so this is a very good sign, essentially. It's saying that in this third week, you are experiencing a new beginning that is very promising. And it's a new beginning in the realm of the intellect, or having something to do with logic and the intellect and thought and stuff like that. So, you know, it could be a new job that is involved with things of that nature, things that are scientific, or like being an accountant, you know, mathematics and stuff like that. But regardless, a new beginning that is very promising. I think that's the best way to put it. And interestingly enough, in this third week, I did see that the new moon this month begins in the third week, and every new moon is said to be a new beginning as well. And so it looks like you guys are right in tune with that this month. So for the fourth card for the fourth week and the rest of the month, the fourth card for the fourth week and the rest of the month, you have the Eight of Wands reversed. This is unfortunately delays and suspension, waiting for things to really get moving. When this card is upright, it's talking about things happening very swiftly. In its reversal, it's typically talking about things happening instead very slowly. And it can even be impatience as well, like you feel like you're getting impatient with these things. So the lesson here is, well, you have to try to make peace with that. You have to try to be more patient. And even with the Queen of Wands reversed down here, that could be saying that you are wishing you could kind of like do more, that you could take more action, get more stuff done, like the Queen of Wands upright would indicate. But for some reason, it looks like you can't do that right now. Like, you have your new beginning, you have your new optimism and your bigger, better, more growth expansion into higher realms of learning or knowledge, or even just making more money or something like that. But now you have to be patient and let things unfold as they do. It is theoretically possible that you could sort of unblock this energy and get things moving very quickly again, because whenever we have a reversal, the idea is usually that it's blocked energy. The energy is blocked, essentially. So if you can sort of make peace with that energy blockage, then perhaps you can begin to dissolve it and things can get moving faster. But if you sort of judge it based on that, if you say they have to move faster, then you're probably just going to continue to slow them down, because energy just doesn't flow like that when you sort of try to force things. So that would be my advice there. Now, to talk a little bit more about the fifth and final card, summing up the energy of the whole month, the Queen of Wands reversed. Again, this can be issues surrounding having courage and believing in yourself and having conviction and resolution. You may be feeling that these things are lacking in yourself right now, even though there are other parts of your life that are looking up very much so. It's like you're still saying that something within yourself still doesn't feel quite aligned in such a way that you can be courageous, that you can be the powerful, resolute being that you naturally are. Something still feels off, and so I would advise try to find out what that is and work with it, and try to well, by doing so, try to find that courage within you again. And sometimes when it comes to the fire cards, the wands, and the energies blocked, sometimes all it takes is a little action to get everything moving, like a first step to get the momentum moving, because wands and fire are referring to action. So you're just by taking action, you are, at least theoretically, tuning into that energy, and you can kind of get things moving faster that way. Just start on whatever it is that you're wanting to do, and the rest of it should come easier. You should be able to continue from there and just kind of take it moment by moment. This is this is a card, when upright, that is very much about taking action, knowing what to take action on, and having a strength and a power that is pretty much unshakable. So try to find that within yourself, because it looks like the potential is there. Alright, so that's about it, Aquarius. Very interesting energy this month. A lot of expansion, a lot of new stuff going on, and like kind of letting go of things from before. But still with some roadblocks, of course, because there's always got to be something. But like I said, do the best you can with that. Sort of make peace with it. Take a little action if you feel you need to get things moving again, and you should be just fine. This has been a tarot forecast for the sign of Aquarius for the month of November 2017 from Poetic Heretic. Don't forget to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.